Now, some people say we never traded internet. Well, I can tell you, I was in New York in 91 and beginning of 92. I did not hear too. Nobody was trading internet. Like today they say internet company. It's not internet company. I can tell you that. Because from what I see, there is like some kind of not clear explanation. We did not trade internet and suddenly we trade internet companies. Like I said, it's not internet companies. It is illegal street name given to my intellectual property. You don't trade internet. They do not trade internet. Internet, like I said, it's a wire. So like one house and another house, you put the wires in a certain way. Internet means interconnected network. So the whole statement is wrong. Because if it's interconnected network, so they're trying to say we're a company, but interconnected network company, it means you should be wire. You should be dealing with wires, nothing else. If it's internet company, it should be wires. And so what you have, like one user house, another user house, and you put in the wire, that would be internet company. In my case, I gave up that way. I'm serious, I gave up, I quit. Because I don't want to put cables between users, because logically I came to conclusion. Okay, you put cable in a normal way, you put cable between users. Now, if that user want to explore 1,000 businesses, you need to put 1,000 cables to his house. How about 1 billion? 1 billion cables to his house. And the company putting the cables would be internet company. But what they did, they implemented my intellectual property, which is system, search engine and everything, like Google. That's not internet company. It's a legal use of my intellectual property. I'm serious, I'm not joking. I know what I came to. Before, I can tell you, before 92, nobody was offering search engine like that. And now they all look the same. Because it's my intellectual property, they use it legally and multiply. They multiply. First of all, like I said, I came to certain system and certain search engine and everything, right? That's what you see. That one, like one after one, with linking, short text, redirecting to particular business, and the stories, and it's all my design. It's not AOL 91 design, and it's not internet. Internet, it's only the wire. So they use my intellectual property. My ex-wife wrote "look like wife," "look like I allow," and they decided to implement. And you can check land records. They started to put external computers and networks. In case of internet, you should not put any computers. It should be only the wire. So that's a new intellectual property or system, but they give name internet. And whoever said somebody, we never traded internet company or internet, that's correct, because that is only wire configuration. How can you trade wire configuration? Or if it's internet company, all of them should do only the wires. But they don't do the wires. They offer my software decisions and my intellectual property, which was used with Olga's fraudulent papers. She repeated my stuff but she put his wife and this to get the money. She thought she can get away. So all those like Yahoo or like say AOL after 92, Bing, MSN. If you look at search engine, it all looks the same because it's my intellectual property. But somebody made up as okay to use and everybody can use. Looks like it's internet. It's not internet. It is the wire. The internet is the wire. And that is my certain business model. I came to a conclusion to invest, people investment into this. It's not internet. With internet, you only invest into wires. You cannot invest into some kind of system. So another thing, .com. .com is another bogus. That .com crash is fraud. That .com crash is fraud. I can tell you, crash because the real .com is the same, like say building, and you put the cable between. That was .com, but all those companies, new companies, that was my intellectual property and e-commerce and stores and platforms like eBay or Amazon. That's my e-commerce and my intellectual property, and they started to trade. You're not supposed to trade my intellectual property. If they want to talk about the internet, you only trade the wire, or you are the company putting the wires, cables, some kind. But in my case, it's a custom network. They cannot even claim it's internet. So in case of .com, they were trading my software decisions and my external system. You can check land records. They never had .com there. After 92, they implemented mine. They had certain land records based on leasing or buying. It's not .com intellectual property. It's my intellectual property. They quit .com and they added one end extra to mine, because mine has, from 92 I came to different international network, different international ends. So they added .com to this. You are not supposed to add anything. So even if they say .com crash, it's not .com crash. It was illegal use of my e-commerce and my software decisions. They decided to trade where forgery and fraud of Olga they used look like I allow all okay. In reality, not all okay. They cannot talk nothing. They cannot even ask for one share, believe me. So what happened, whoever was using those papers look like I allow this, it's all fraud and forgery, because you can check Hennepin County divorce court, and I have a witness. Olga got divorce certificate, and at that time it was another lady, Carrie is American lady. She saw how I gave divorce certificate to Olga. She saw it. She is a witness. So Olga cannot play the game look like she never got it. She got it. She had this divorce certificate. But all those companies trading my software decisions, they used illegally and copyrighted illegally. They were multiplying, look like I'm allowed, based on Olga's fake papers. Playing wife and signing whatever she's making, I assume with Eastern Germans or communists or maybe even Russian, some people. Because she left and then, but she knew German, so she knew Russian, she knew German. To me, she mostly talked to Russian and German. But she was in illegal use and fake papers that made it. So they used mine, but added .com. That's not .com. It's not intellectual property of anyone from .com. Like suppose AT&T. AT&T didn't have that kind of browser. It did not have that kind of external system. It did not have my search engine, my network, social network, whatever. They did not have all that. The only, in case of .com, they run computers inside of AT&T and it goes to another building. They run computers there, so they have cable between. In my case, It's not cable between, it's a big system with redirection and international network between. That's why you can go to any country, because it's not .com. It's my custom network. So they were trading, they added .com, but it's not .com. It's not .com. It's a legal use of my intellectual property, software decisions, custom network, e-commerce, international e-commerce, international network, where they just add .com to this. They're not supposed to add .com to mine. Okay, they had to keep how it is. So in this case, it was not really .com companies. It was my intellectual property with .com in. It was not .com intellectual property people. Suppose you can ask, I guess, AT&T or anyone from .com. That external system does not belong to them. They did not have people. And since suddenly some kind of people came, and those people who came, they had fake papers of my ex-wife. Look like married or whatever, I allow. No, I'm here. I'm still in America. I was in Minnesota, and in '94, I moved to Arizona. And that's when they pretty much started, '94. 93 Olga left, 94 they started. Then later, I believe, somewhere like 96, I moved to Bay Area. I was in Bay Area for some time. But anyway, so from that time, then I have California driver license. So I have this license, Minnesota, I have Arizona, and then I have California. And they were trading my decisions with .com, and well, I don't think in Arizona so much of .com, or Bay Area so much of .com. I think I've seen in '90s only a few buildings. So I did not work for any .com, but they added .com to mine. Like you see Facebook, it's not .com intellectual property. It's my intellectual property it's my social network, believe me. That innovative thinking is not belonging to Mark Zuckerberg. He is actually in illegal use. He cannot use it with Olga's fake papers, and somebody added .com. It doesn't matter what you add. Right now the .io, .eet, .ent, you can make any ends. All those ends is just directed. In my case, directed to particular redirection. So if you say .jp, it will go .jp. So now they traded, but at that time, when people say about the internet, nobody traded. I don't think they even traded .com. Honestly, they did not trade .com companies. Yeah, it was between AT&T, maybe, and someone else. They had some kind of .com, but it's not a company really. Like in my case, I came to external system, and I came to my certain build-up. It's my software decisions. So those software decisions, they make as company. But at the time of '91, even if they had .com, they did not have those companies, software companies like that. Because all the software companies, they are my decisions. Like be it Facebook or be it Amazon, eBay, that's my software decisions. That's not .com people software decisions. So that's what I'm saying. They did not trade this kind of .com at that time. They did not have much. If they traded AT&T, it's not really because they're .com company, no. So they say .com crash. That's a big bogus. It's a big lie. It's not .com crash. I'm telling you. It was a legal use of my system, intellectual property, e-commerce, software decisions. Somebody added .com to that, where .com people are not responsible for that intellectual property. They cannot talk for it. Because it's not their stuff. And I never did work at .com, so they added, but it's not .com. It's a new, they throw kind of stuff, but it's not real, because when they had .com crash, when people accessing any software, it was going to external system. It did not go in the way of traveling of .com. So it's not really .com, because at that same time of .com, they had French and international companies which does not belong to .com. So it's not really .com system away. And then I had .org, I had .government, .gov, or stuff like this. So it's not belonging to .com. It's not the intellectual property. You will never find people from .com who would say, yeah, we came to .gov and .org and we all added to our. No, it's not added to our. Somebody told them about my stuff, my system, and then they started to implement, and they switched real.com to my, and those people stopped using .com. So it's not really .com crash. It was illegal use and multiplying my software decisions, and they had .com crash because it was too many copycats. They were copycatting. They were making impression everybody can use, when in reality they have fraud and forgery. Fraud and forgery means Olga is acting as wife and look like husband and allowing something. It's fraud. So we got divorced. But she was telling about my stuff, and they keep using it, keep asking for money, where in reality that's illegal use with fraud and forgery. In normal circumstances, American government or any government should say, okay, we need to see his attorney and ID. We need to have his attorney and ID in order to offer for trading. I can tell you that .com should never be approved for trading, because I know my software decision. I can tell you like this: anything you see for trading, if it comes to exploring, expect illegal use. Because that browser, I never did allow to use that browser. They're all playing around the same. They all look the same. And all of them, I can tell you, all of them in illegal use. And all of them are going to external system. That's my system, intellectual property, all illegal use. They are multiplying with illegal papers, I'm telling you. And they're offering with illegal papers. What you need to do is, for Wall Street or any other place, we don't need those papers, we need his attorney and ID, and they don't have it. They only have ex-wife playing his wife and keep putting different signatures. It's not my signatures. I was never there. I wasn't there. I never had any letters. She make that is forgery. She's in the forgery business. I'm telling you. Even one signature, but I don't believe it's one. I believe it's many signatures. She was repeating mine and putting signatures, but it's not mine, so it's forgery. And any the stock exchange, they don't have my attorney and ID. All they have is Olga's explanation about my intellectual property with fraud and forgery. And they were offering on Wall Street or other stock exchanges. I don't know who allowed them to go through without ID and attorney. Somebody is allowed. You offer to the whole planet. It's you offer like to invest in pension funds, low risk stuff. Forget it. All these companies are subject for arrest. I'm serious. They got some, that's called intellectual property violation. And they're multiplying and they're offering. When people are investing, losing money or .com crash, it's not .com crash, I'm telling you. Because most of them, the search engines, they make my search engine look like anyone can do. Nobody can do. I'm serious. You will never have my attorney or me allowing permissions, legal permissions. You only have from that crooked Olgas and kind of stupid papers. So it's all illegal. So that .com crash or internet, it's all bogus. I'm telling you, it's all bogus. They use illegal papers. It should never be invested in .com, because it's not really .com. It's they use mine and edit .com, but they use my intellectual property of software. That software does not belong to .com. I can tell you that's some kind of private communists who don't understand about gray market and trading regulations. They think they can just copy the same and offer. I'm serious. So it should never be even for trading, for investing. So if somebody say we did internet, nobody was trading the internet, that tells me about innovation. So something changed, and the same with .com, something changed. That's what I'm explaining to you. What changed? I came to system, they added different things, but they trade my software decisions, and they use my international network configuration, everything. It's illegal use. It's not internet. They stick name internet, and they offer in mine. They're in illegal use. I'm telling you. So if you're not sure, you ask for attorney. Okay, you keep talking. Somebody is allowed. We need his attorney, and then you will see. In reality, I'm not there. They don't have attorney, I'm sure. They cannot have attorney because I'm here and she's there. If she say attorney, I never saw that attorney. That's a bogus attorney. So you can invite attorney, we need to see his ID, locations. They have nothing. So what do you have? You have fraud, forgery, unexplained stuff, and no his attorney or talent token. So it's illegal use. And you have that for trading. That's what you have for trading. So that trading basically with fooling. The normal investor, it's my opinion how it should be. The normal investor should be like this. Okay, you are trading, you look very similar things. Someone might say, oh, it's internet. It's not internet. They made up as internet. It's not internet, I'm telling you. Internet is a wire between users. Where do you have that software? They have software on external system where based on records like lease land or buying land records. They never had internet there. And internet should not have any computers. But you have computers and software and you offer for trading. Now a lot of them look very similar, like search engines. Where did you get the search engine from? Why they look similar? Internet, somebody is allowed. Who is allowed? Can we see his attorney? Yes or no? You cannot see his attorney, I'm telling you. Because I'm here, there is no attorney. Because when I saw that they implemented mine, it should be my attorney, me talking. They had ex-wife talking. She has no single right for my intellectual property because she did not think. In order to copyright, you need to think. Based on copyright books, you need to be a thinker. So she wrote, look like I allow, but it is her, not me. You don't need to look at her. She's illegal. She's illegal would be user. Any papers she made, it was without me, because I'm here and she's there. She's making it look like we're together. We're not. That's fraud. So all those normal investors, okay, we tired of that. Some kind of lady that we need to see his attorney. We need to see. We like to see maybe him talk to him. Maybe some attorney wanna have something for any transactions or benefits. It should be my ID. They don't have my ID, so it's illegal use. Because no my ID. Where you send money to? To who? To her. Why you send to her? He is a thinker, but you send money to her. Well, for what? Why? She's not a manager. She's fooling. She's not a manager. She's a divorced lady. She's not wife. If she cannot represent intellectual property, why do you need to believe she's some kind of manager? So every time she will ask me, and I talk you back and forth. It's fraud. I'm telling you. I got divorced. She's telling all kind of story. She won't get money for mine telling story. She put I see what's implemented, it's mine, but with stories. So normal investor, okay, we need an attorney, his ID, okay, where he is. Okay, that's normal investor question. And believe me, Wall Street cannot explain. He is somewhere. You don't need to be stupid like this. Wall Street is offering people to invest millions or even billions of dollars. We don't know, he's somewhere. Oh yeah? Why don't you call him to your trading? He's somewhere, okay, he need to show up. He need to show up at certain trading, either here or in Europe, any for trading. To meet regulations, we need to see him, we need to see attorney, because we need explanations to investors. They cannot show that, then why do you trade? Why do you trade? Who said it's all legal? White House said. Are those decisions belong to White House? Those trading decisions? No. Why you keep talking about White House? That FCC approved. I can tell you, FCC could not approve without me. Question for FCC: do you have his attorney or ID? The question: yes or no? No. How did you approve with his attorney and ID? Oh, we have people with papers. That's not enough. Anybody can write any papers. You need to see talent. You need to make sure it's legal. Maybe somebody's fooling. And that's what it was, fooling. I'm here, she's saying I'm there, alone. What do you mean alone? I don't even know. I don't even had those papers in my hands. Believe me, I never had those papers in my hands. She's submitting something that I never had in my hands. And Wall Street need to believe it's me signing and reading all that. I never did this. She did, not me. She had all kind of papers, but it's not my papers. You can send to lab. There is lab. You can send to lab for fingerprints. There is not even my one fingerprint. Based on papers, look like I'm signing, but there is not even one of my fingerprints. And if you check like Social Security contributions and everything, I'm not there. I never was there. And you approve for trading, guys somewhere there, no attorney, no ID. And people should invest millions or billions of dollars. I'm telling you, that's a tweaked Wall Street. That is illegal. That's all illegally approved, with deficiency, with not enough documents, with no authority, no ID, nothing. Trading. They cannot talk for that. They did not get rights. In Europe, they say get rights. To get rights, it's not yours, so you need to get rights. They cannot talk about that if they did not get rights. Right now, if they talk, it's called black or gray market, illegal use, cupping. They basically going to Wall Street with gray market offers. Well, no ID, no attorney, what else? Illegal use, gray market, cupping. And then you see search engine, Google, Yahoo, Bing. That's not your search engine. I never did allow to use it. I'm telling you right now, never did. That's illegal use. They're in illegal use. For them to be legal, because it's mine, they need to be substantially different for the whole exploring. They should offer substantially different exploring. Like AOL had one exploring, I came to different, substantially different exploring to AOL of 91. So whoever was there, they had to be substantially different, or they had to contact based on Harvard book. They should, because it's from outside, they should talk to Talent or his attorney. They did not talk to Talent, his attorney. They were using those people who never got rights, working with fraud and forgery, basically illegal use, gray market. And they made up look like all can use. No, nobody can use. No Google, no Yahoo, nobody. No, international network e-commerce, that's mine. It's not for them to use. Believe me, even today, anyone, search engine, all this, that's still illegal. Because for them to be legal, you need to admit you did not start from scratch. It came from somewhere. Okay, can we see attorney or his ID? They cannot show. All they can show is fraud and forgery. Even Wall Street, if Wall Street right now, if I'm a big investor, suppose I'm Warren Buffett, I want to see, you keep talking, you have search engine, you have the same search engine everywhere. I want to see who is alive and who came to this, who is alive. I want to see his attorney and tell him. I want to talk to him about something. Believe me, Wall Street has no answer. Wall Street cannot have answer. They are trading, but they don't have answer. Why you trade Yahoo? Why you trade all the same kind of search engine? Who is allowing you? Can you show? Can you show attorney compensation, allowance? They cannot show. Why do you trade? That's a gray market. You offer legal copycatting, legal business. Somebody say internet. It's not the internet. It's not the wire. You need to stop to be stupid. It's not the wire. Let me tell you this, it's not the wire. You're not trying to trade the wire. So if there is a house and not a house, basically they should not pull anything. They should not pull the search engine, because search engine is not located on a wire. It's located on certain system with custom network, which is intellectual property. And you don't have the explanation. You don't have authority or ID. So you're in illegal use. Why do you say it's all good and legal? Everybody can use. So they're making up. They're making up, and it goes to trading. I'm explaining you. And then they're multiplying and then crash. That's how it is. It's all illegal, I'm telling you. You want illegal? I need attorney. If American don't care, give me attorney, European attorneys. I'm not gonna keep paying for all the stupid stuff. They keep approving stupid stuff. I need to pay money to fix it. No, you fix it. You approve, you fix it. I'm not gonna pay money. If I pay money, you might lose license. I'm telling you right now. You approve illegal use, fraud, forgery, no attorney, no idea, nothing. Using my. I never did allow. Don't try to fool everybody. Look like I allow. I never did allow. Well, that's why I said I have depression, because I see that they're using mine and keep ignoring. I said I need compensation. They keep ignoring. I asked compensation from early 2000. I don't know, 2006 or whatever. Keep saying nobody is giving anything. They're ignorant. For right now, for 15 years, I keep asking for compensation. They don't care. It's how it is. I'm telling you, Americans are in very big violations. I'm gonna sue America for human rights violations. They use mine with illegal papers. Never ask for attorney, no ID, nothing verified. I know what I came to. They don't verify anything. They throw my software decisions on Wall Street and everywhere, trying to get money for this, and they never started from scratch. It's pretty much stolen intellectual property. You know, like in case of biotech, they should be arrested, not traded, arrested. They should not offer you even one share. So, and they keep approving it, and you ask for money, they keep ignoring. Who's supposed to get money? Ex-wife, plain wife? Some kind of husband? Just check with divorce court. I'm divorced. From 93, I'm divorced. You should never approve I am married, and you should not go to Wall Street. They should not use any of those documents if she is wife where she was divorced. It's all illegal documents. They should not use it. And they use it and they trade. It's a big Irish, I'm telling you, big Irish, whatever. So somebody should go through that, because what they offer right now is illegal. I can tell you way more. Most what you see for exploring is illegal, because I came to it exploring and everything, and they're trading. They never came to this. And they don't have my lawyer, nobody. What do you have to show? That's illegal use. I'm telling you, all they have is illegal use. So if Wall Street is saying, we never had it, you never had it, and now you have it, but you don't have attorney or his ID or nothing, that's illegal use. Expect illegal use. And they talk about Wall Street Journal, like, you know, those network. Okay, he came, right? You use it. Okay, we want to print in the Wall Street Journal about his network. They will freak out. They have nothing to show. That's a scam already. So that basically what they do is, my ex-wife repeated, they implement it, and they don't have my attorney, so it's illegal use. So now if Wall Street Journal is asking for someone to print for the net worth of that guy, they have nothing to show because they never had my attorney or me. They implemented based on ex-wife tax. She is not a talent. She has no rights for intellectual property. She cannot represent. So she cannot represent. So she made up his wife. Money should go there. Okay. Then demand husband. Where's the husband? We need husband. For Wall Street Journal, we need husband. And you will see, all those years it was fraud and forgery. I was in US and all these papers they make up just to use basically illegally for free. Instead of getting rights, they're making papers to use for free. That's how their brain works. Instead of normal European way to get rights, they don't want to get rights. They want to keep playing some kind of stupid games. At the end, trying to get money for someone's stuff. It's not your stuff. If you cannot talk at Innovation Center or Disco, it's not your stuff. I'm telling you right now. It's not your stuff. For your stuff, you should be able to talk, but you cannot, so it's not your stuff. And how much did you pay? They don't have any proof, so it's illegal use, unjust enrichment. I'm telling you, that's what you trade. That's what American offer. I'm going to submit America to human rights violations because if I ask for money, they don't do anything. Well, then I sue for human rights violation. Human rights means prosperity, dignity, prosperity. They have different things. I don't see any prosperity. I know that's my explorer, and it's not the wire. You call internet. It's not web, which is the wire between users. It's not .com, which is wire. Okay, so that one, in my software decisions, I know. And again, it's not empty, and it's not the wire. It's not the software decisions, and you have no single right to open on Wall Street unless you have me or my attorney talking and resolving that. Like Harvard books say, managing innovation. If it's not your, then you need to find talent and make some kind of agreements. They never had it. They're in illegal use. So expect illegal use.